Guys, welcome on into Three Bold Takes. I'm Freddie, joined by Chase here. Quinn had something come up this week, so he will be missing this week. So we will see him back next week. Chase, glad to have you back, buddy. Um, Interesting week last week in the college football world. In week 12, we had some upsets. Obviously, Oklahoma over Alabama being the big one. We had some really good games, Texas A&M, South Carolina. And then we had some games that went a little bit differently than anticipated, talking Texas and Georgia. Wasn't
Mhm.
really that close of a football game. But
But
we're going to get into the next week, and I believe that's week 13?
it is, man. It's fun, but
Unbelievable that it is week 13, but it is. And we're going to start off with an 11 o'clock game on ABC. One of those teams that I mentioned in the beginning is back at it again, hosting Missouri, and I'm talking about Oklahoma. As we know, just came off the win on the road at Alabama, snapping Alabama's 17-game home win streak and DeBoer's first home loss as the Alabama head coach here this year. Oklahoma is a 9.5-point favorite with a 64% chance to win, which honestly, that seems kind of low to me.
yeah, I actually really like this game. Um, Mainly because I always love dunking on drink. That's my favorite thing. Since he figured out that you can't play every game at home, they've dropped a few games this season, lost to Vandy. Shout out my Commodores up there. Lost to Alabama, of course, on the road as well, but then also took just an absolute I'm talking about it was amazing. Just butt whooping from Texas A&M at home. That one was nice. That one was fun to
That one
watch.
was fun to watch. Yeah.
But Missouri is who they've always been. They are a slightly better record South Carolina. That's it. There's nothing important about them. They're not amazing. They usually have some pretty decent players. They're honestly the Penn State of the SEC. Like they're gonna have some players in a few seasons, like in the NFL. They're like, man, where did he go to school at? And why haven't we heard about him? Because he went to Mizzou and he played under Eli Drinkwitz. That's what it was. Um, this should be Oklahoma through and through in this game. You just saw him come off a very suffocating defensive win over Alabama. Just really messed with the minds of Grubb at Alabama, and then also Ty Simpson in the offense. You really just saw a lot of stuff that just suffocated that Crimson Tide team. But also, not only that's the reason that they're going to win this game, but clearly that Oklahoma is still definitely in the hunt for a potential SEC championship appearance and also a postseason berth appearance. That's the thing. They're in what is it right now? I'm sorry. They're in sixth place in the SEC currently. Right now, they have two losses. They're tied with Texas A&M, so technically they're in fifth. With a better record than Texas has. But they're right there in the hunt, and they're not going to allow themselves to get tripped up at home, of course, against the Tigers here. And I think Mateer is finally getting back. The only reason I think they have slipped up this season is because Mateer played hurt. I think that was the biggest
Mhm.
thing. When he was fully healthy, this is probably one of the best teams in all of college football. Is Oklahoma. The defense that Venables has brought, and then finally finding a quarterback. How in the heck he found a quarterback faster than Hugh Freeze? I don't know. But found a quarterback at Oklahoma to run an offense that is it's not about like they are flashy that they're going to score all the points in the world, but this is a very playmaking team. Like Mateer's stats, they're not going to jump out at you. Don't get me wrong. Oh my gosh, he should be a Heisman. The stats aren't going to win you the Heisman here, but at the end of the day, when you need a play to get made, Mateer's got you, and I think that's what he's done wonderfully all season. And fully healthy, I think this is a very scary, scary team. And then on the other side, Mizzou, if I'm not mistaken, has lost Pribula for the entire year, Freddie.
Yep.
So I think it's time to pack it up, mail it in a little bit. You're going to finish with like your 8-5 record for you for Mizzou. Another like, oh yeah, Drinkwitz is so good season for you. Sure, it doesn't matter. But I think Oklahoma, and I think they cover it very well in this one.
Yeah, one of the if you're looking for an analytical breakdown of this game, there's two main storylines here. Pribula's out. Ahmad Hardy is the only person on the Missouri offense that has any sort of pulse. And let's be honest with you, the first 3-4 weeks of the season, he was averaging 150 yards a game. It was like, oh my God, he's the greatest running back in college football. We came on here and said it. I said it, and then it was like he hit a brick wall.
Yeah.
And it wasn't necessarily that he took a dip. I think the O line has severely struggled. They've also struggled with injuries on the O line. And he's the type of running back that when you have to run the ball to win the game, he's not going to get it done for you. He is a guy that will average 150 a game if the offense is humming and it's in rhythm. Now, Oklahoma's run defense is one of the better ones in the country. And you said it best. Their defense as a whole is one of the best in the nation. I think their biggest strength is their run defense because you were able to see Ty Simpson kind of slice and dice the secondary a little bit, threw for 340 yards, whatever it was. But again, Alabama just couldn't run the ball, and that's a fault of Alabama's, but it's also a point that Oklahoma's front seven and their defense is really, really good. And so I don't think this game is going to be particularly close. I think Oklahoma covers the 9.5 comfortably, and I think they get a huge win at home that will vault them into the college football playoff. So, yeah, I think we both have Oklahoma here.
And I'll say this about Oklahoma's defense. I think what they do extremely well is make you one-dimensional, right? It's kind of like playing the Bulls in the 90s. You allow Jordan to get his 60 or whatever, but you don't allow anybody else to get going, and that's how you win the game. Like, it's still going to be a close game, but you're going to win because you know that the rest of them are going to help out. So with Missouri, like, yes, Tribula's out. You have to lean on Hardy a little more, and they did in the Mississippi State game. Don't let me overlook that. Sorry, Missouri fans, if you're going to whine and cry. 300 yards on the ground. Congratulations. But before that, he had only hit triple digits in one of the other 4 games before that, prior to that one. So I think that's what they do extremely well. And if they already know that your starting quarterback is not going to be playing in this game, what are they going to do? They're going to lock in on the run, make sure that you can't run the ball and force you to pass. There's a chance this one could get really ugly.
Yeah, totally agree.